So hello people, this time we'll be looking at how we start a node project. So I have an empty folder here named as YouTube project. So I will have this open in Visual Studio Code. Do I have it open? No. Okay. So let's just open up Visual Studio Code and new window, and I will open the folder in here, which should be a YouTube project. Now, first things what we will do is we will go to the terminal. Okay, we have the terminal here. Now, I am going to do something called as npm init. So this will initialize our project with some default values and a package JSON. Package name YouTube project is fine, version is fine, description you can put anything. YouTube project is the description. Let's suppose entry point index.js, we'll just change it to server.js, which will be our entry point. Test command, let's leave it. Git repo, we can add these later. Authors, I'll just add my name. License is fine. Is this okay? Yes. So we have a package JSON generated. Now we need to install some more packages, which will be Express. What else? NodeMon for restarting the server every time we make a change. .env for using environment variables. What else do I need? Mongoose for connection to the database. So now we will wait. Meantime, I will create a server.js. Okay, that did not go so well. Let us just create a server.js file here, and then we will start off by going into package JSON scripts. We will add something called as dev. So what this will do is, while we are developing the project, so this will help us run the NodeMon server. This will be the test command. So once we execute this npm run dev, so the NodeMon server should start. So let's give that a try. It should not run anything now, but npm run dev, let's suppose it runs. Cool. Says clean exit because we do not have anything here. So let's start. First of all, what we need to do, we need imports. So const express is equal to require express. So we will require express, and then what we do is we will initialize const app. Okay, sorry with that. Const app is, we will initialize an app, and then we will do an app dot listen. Now we need a port number here, so initialize the initially I'll put it at 3000, and then we can log it that if it is running or not. So server.log, what am I writing? Excuse me. It has to be console.log, and server is running. Now, what else do we need? Okay, let's just navigate to localhost 3000. This is something I did previously, so yeah, it says cannot get because we do not have route set up, but then this is an indication that it is running. If we navigate to some other localhost entry, let's suppose localhost 5000, it will not connect because this is not where we are running. So this site can't be reached. Now getting that cannot get slash message is something that indicates a server is running. So what next do we do? We will create something called as config. This will be a folder which will contain our environment variables. So we will create something called as config.env. In the env we will define something as port, which will be 3000 here, and then in the server.js we will require, because we need to use an environment variable, so we will do .env is equal to require. What do we require is .env, so that was the package that we installed. this is the package which enables us to use environment variable. So we will put it in here, use environment vars. Okay, fine. Now what do we do is we will take .env and then we will configure it. Just configure it, and then here we need to put in the path. So here's the path. We'll use /config, and then this is the config.env. Now we will define something as port. So const port is 3000, or something that we have used, like this. We can use process. I'll just clear out this one now. So once you do the process.env, which is the environment variables, and port. So this was our environment variable port, which has the value 3000. So we can use either this, or if it's not reachable because of when you deploy it, so we can straight away use 3000. So app.listen, we will use port. So once we have done that, now it's time to just cross verify once if our server is still running. So yes, it is still running, and now we will start to connect to our DB. So for that we will create a new file in here, db.js. Here we need to import mongoose, so we will do right that one, and we will require mongoose. So this is there, and then we will create something called as connectdb, which will be async function, because we are going to, because it will be taking some time, so that when the connection is being done. So for that we will just use an arrow function, put it in here, and then we will create something as con. So as it's async, so we will use a wait, and then we will be using mongoose.connect. Okay, and then here we will be using something as again an environment variable, and then we will be using something as mongo URI. So this is the connection string that will help us to connect. So what that will be, we will define now. There are some parameters. Use new URL parser, because this is a connection string that we are passing in. So we will need this one, and then there are some which are mandatory to use if you do not want warnings in there. So we will use create. Okay, sorry for that. Just use create index. We'll set it to true. What else do we need? Use find and modify. This needs to be set to false. Don't want that. And there is something unified topology. Okay, that's what we have here. So we will set that to true. This is it here, and then we can just use console log to get the confirmation that we are here. So we can just use backticks, and then I can type in MongoDB connected, and then where is that? Okay, and there is something con. So here we'll have connection, and then we'll have something as host. So this will just print out what we have in the URI, and then we will need to export this one. So module dot export is equal to connectdb. So just copy and paste it in here. Now this might throw in okay, not now. So what we will do is we need to get this Mongo URI. So just copy it up here in the config env. You need to put the URI, which will be this is what we have. This is your MongoDB atlas. So if you go into connect here, and then you use connect using MongoDB compass, here you will have the string. So I'll just copy it for now. This does not have the password as it's not a good idea to have your password on YouTube. So let's suppose we paste it in here. I'll just paste in the password off camera, but then this is supposed to be working. And then in here I am going to import that. So what do I do? Const connect db is equal to require something. So what do I require? I require something config and db.js. Now this is here, and then what we do, we will connect to db. Okay, and here we will be using something. What do we know? We will use, okay, connect db. So now this will be here, and this might throw an error now because, yeah, Atlas error, because I have not included the password in here. So I'll just include it off camera, and then we can have it running. What else can we do? Server is running on port, and you can just append the port number in here. Oops, excuse me. And here we have port. So this should be service running on port 3000, and here we have the crash. I'm going to pause the recording now, and I will paste in my search string. So, and we are back. So I'm sorry, I said we will just put the search string. That was the Mongo URI which needed to be put. So I have put that in my config env. Now let us save it again, and this time it should be able to connect. So MongoDB connected, we can see, and this is how we are good to just set up routes and put in data and everything. So I think we'll just cover it in a different video. That's it for now. Have a great day. Bye bye.